Hey guys, so here's the third installment of the PRS build that I'm doing. Hope you like it. A lot going on, a lot of sanding, a lot of carving, and I try to get through that a lot, and there's some talking at the end. So some exciting news is a few of the guys, the builders from the Great Guitar Build Off Unofficial, they're kind of doing something where it's what is it? Build with what you have, or use what you've got. So there's a hashtag right there. Use what you've got. Basically, try to build something with material that you already have. And I think there was another hashtag, but I'll put them in the description. Along with there's several guys that are doing the actual competition, and I don't want to say it's a competition. We're all just getting together and kind of doing builds together under these hashtags, so you guys can kind of follow along. So I want you to go out, check out these guys. So what is it? It's King Bespoke Creations. There's Chris Franklin who's doing this. Jaybird Guitars or Jaybird Custom. I have to look. Saul Good Guitars. There's Dave Dickens. And I think it's Steve Walker. So anyways, I'll give links in my video to these guys. So go ahead, we're all going to be doing this together. Go ahead and take a look, follow them, check them out. There's some good builds going on, and these are all a bunch of guys that are really, fun. They're good. I watch their videos, so it's definitely worthwhile. So go ahead and give it a try. Hope you like the video, and until next time, take it easy.
Days without water along the sun-soaked road. We crossed over borders, get where we are, and it's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. I did it all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. Nights without sleeping, 'cause you fear the night. And days without eating, 'cause it ain't enough for two. And it's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. I did it all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. I will keep you warm. I will hold you closer so you don't feel the cold. And it's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. I did it all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. Look out, here she comes. The woman that I love. It's too bad she'll never know. Yeah, I can't tell her how I feel, because she has someone who makes her happy. I'm a ghost in these walls, or at least I try to be. 'Cause I hope that I'm not showing how I feel for her, but she won't feel the same for me. I've got this picture in my mind. It's just the two of us, just the two of us. But I know I'll have to try to let her go, because she won't be mine. I listen when she talks, I watch her when she walks. She's giving me these feelings that I've never felt before, but she will never know that I love her so well. She's with somebody else and I will have to let her go. She will never know, nah-nah. Never know, nah-nah. She will never know, nah-nah. Never know, nah-nah. She'll never know. It's like she stole my heart without knowing she did. But I guess that it will pass. Yeah, I can't be the only one who got lost inside the blue of those eyes. I've gotta let her go. I know it won't be easy. I wanna hold her close, but I have to try as hard as I can, 'cause she'll never be mine. I listen when she talks, I watch her when she walks. She's giving me these feelings that I've never felt before. She will never know that I love her so well. She's with somebody else and I will have to let her go. She will never know, nah-nah. Never know, nah-nah. 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 She'll never know. Days without water along the sun-soaked road. We crossed over borders, get where we are, and it's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. I did it all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. Nights without sleeping, 'cause you fear the night. And days without eating, 'cause it ain't enough for two. And it's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. I did it all.
Okay, so yesterday we finished up. Let me see, bring this up out of the way. Oh, and I made my coffee. All right. Yesterday we finished up the carving of the body, and I did the pickup routes. I still don't have the foot routed out so the pickup can lay in, but I still routed this out. The carve is feeling awesome. It feels so nice. And I went through, did all the carving with 80 grit. Jumped it up to like, I don't know, what was it, 150? Did a sand all the way around. Went to 220 all the way around. 400 all the way around. So this is nice and smooth. It feels fantastic. The carve itself, I don't know. I'm digging it. It looks really good. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty cool. I like it. So today, now's the time that we're gonna, let's see, take a look at this neck that we just yesterday put the fretboard on. And again, that fretboard was the roasted flame maple. And that roasted flame maple, before I even did the frets and everything, I pulled it down to, what am I saying? I sanded it down. I kept on going back and forth. Just did 80 grit to get it down to the radius, and which was actually really quick. I know a lot of people probably complain about or sit there and tell you all these things about making the radius and doing this, and it takes a while, but man, that was quick. Literally like maybe 20 minutes, half hours worth of work. Just throwing it out there and starting with the 80 grit, getting it down to what I needed. And again, working my way up just like I did with the body, to try to get a nice, get it nice. And I think I did it all the way to 1,000, to be honest. Just to get it a nice sheen and see how it looked. And it looks awesome. Now, there was a comment when I was doing my last videos, when for the great, the guitar build off. One guy had said he wanted to hear more about the mistakes and what I did to get around them, because a lot of people don't talk about that. So I'm gonna come out and say, let's say a couple things. Number one, not that this bothers me too much, but the book match maple that I did, the gluing up, I can still see a line. It is not perfect. I can see a line. It gets really good down towards the bottom where it book matched too well. I don't have a joiner, and I sanded them flat and then joined them, which I came up with another way. I saw somebody on Facebook doing it. I can't remember. That I probably could have done a better, more flat join. Anyways, it's not bad, but it's enough that you can see it. You know what I mean? Is that going to bother me? I don't know. Am I going to do anything? Probably no, because I'm just making this. Typically everything I make, I'm playing myself. So I don't know. It's character. I don't really care. That doesn't bother me at all. So that's one thing. I am noticing that, and I wish I'd done it a little better. But you live and learn, and next time will always be good. All right. What else? Number two. Let's see. So I was just noticing as I was taking the clamps off that there's a couple of spots that I clamped, and this must be a softer maple than I'm typically used to. Maybe because it's roasted, or it's not a hard maple, because there's a clamp mark right down here where it pushed down. So I'm gonna have to sand that, get that down. Little things. I mean, that's nothing. But what that means is that now I have this perfect. It's really nice. It's at 16 for the radius, no problems there. But now I got this down here, so I'm gonna have to sand that down. So I'm going to be very careful the way I sand that down to not ruin the radius on here at all. So let's see, what else? At this point, yeah, at this point, that's really about it. I haven't run into many issues, but that's what it is. To me, it's looking pretty sweet. I don't know what you guys think. You can always tell me. But I think the roasted flame maple fretboard, which was an idea from one of you guys on the first video for this, because I was showing all the different wood, and somebody had said, you know, you could use that roasted flame maple as the fretboard. I'm like, great idea, great idea. Never done that, because I was considering using bird's eye maple. I thought that would look really killer with this. But that roasted flame maple, the cut I got, like the actual cut you see on the bandsaw that I did, I'm able to get 3 fretboards out of that one piece from the thickness and cutting it down. So that's going to be good too. So it's always awesome. Always, if you can rip your own wood and do your own fretboards, always much cheaper doing it that way. You can order the fretboard wood online, and I don't know, what are they charging you, like 20 to 50 bucks for a fretboard? Some come pre-radius, some with the fret slots already done in them. I'm talking about just the regular fretboard, not radius or fret slots, and those get pretty expensive. And I could tell you, just from like the Patagonian rosewood that I got, the board I got, I could easily get about 15 to 18 fretboards out of that. And I might have paid 20 bucks for the whole board. So think of it that way, you know. It's a saver. It's a little more work, obviously. You need the tools to do it. So for me, it was like, you need the bandsaw to cut the wood and rip it, so you can get a few pieces out of it. And you need the planer. That's the other big thing. I mean, you don't have to. I suppose you could do it without a planer. It's easier. If I have a planer, I can, as soon as I rip these, and I can plane them down so that they're all flat. And then I start from there. Now I have stock for fretboards that I can use. So with those 2 pieces of equipment, I can make a ton of fretboards. And it works out really well. All right, so from here, let me see. So the neck, got to finish up the neck. So that means cutting it down to size. I'm just looking here. So, yeah, cutting it down to size, getting it too close to what we want, and then usually I'll sand it to finish to get me my exact dimensions that I'm looking for. Checking to make sure I have the angle. I'm looking for like, I had to double check. I think it's like 2.5 degrees on the angle for this, so that it sits down flush. So anyways, those will be the big things. I'm going to cut out the neck, get it to the right position here, and start carving the neck. So those will be the 2 things. Carving the neck, trying to get the neck ready so that I can actually route out the pocket and put it in. So once I get that neck, and I do think the neck's going to be a lot quicker. So I typically, this is my first time making a neck out of mahogany. I mean, there's so many guitars that make them out of mahogany, but I don't. I typically, like I said, I'll sandwich the wood. So I'll typically do maple or some other hardwood. And though, like I said, those are hardwood. So like they're a lot more work trying to get those shaping the neck, I think. But I already found when I was just cleaning up the headstock here. So that's the other thing. When you're using the bandsaw and you're cutting down the headstock, it's not always perfect. You get a little, I mean, you're doing it by hand, you know? So I'll take that Japanese rasp and just clean it off and flatten it out. And the mahogany is just, it's lighter and it's porous wood. It's so much easier. There was like very little I had to do and the wood was just coming off. So I already know that it's going to be pretty dang easy shaping this neck. It's not going to take me much at all. It's not going to be a lot of work. It's not going to be tedious. So I know that's going to be fine. That's going to be easy. I could probably rip that out, no problem. Then it's just lining up, cutting out the neck pocket, and let me see. So that neck pocket should come in, go over the cavity, the pickup cavity, go into the pickup cavity, and then I'll have to route it out more for that fact. So anyways, that'll be the next videos. So this is where I'm at for this video. Looking pretty good. It's been over a week since I've posted anything, and it's not for the lack of doing stuff here, because I'm constantly doing stuff. Last weekend I took a break from doing the guitar here, and I got sidetracked because I'm building something, and I'm going to be doing a video about what I'm building. Don't want to get into it yet, but so I spent all weekend building something that I'm going to be posting some videos on. And so I got sidetracked. So it's been about 2 weekends I've worked on this. Weekdays are pretty tough for me because, like everybody else probably, I'm working, got other stuff going on. So that's what happens. So here we go. That's the end for today. Next video, you'll see the neck being done. Hopefully that neck pocket, throw that in. Start routing or start drilling out spots for the actual pots, because I already have I started reaming this out before I glued it up, but I'll have to route out a much better spot here. So, and that's it, really. I actually think this is going to come along pretty quick. I don't think it's going to take me too many more weekends or videos to get this done. Be nice and easy, and then we can move on to some other stuff. But hang in there, subscribe if you haven't, hit the bell. Again, I appreciate everybody who watches and comments and stuff like that, so keep it up. Just enjoy the community and being able to talk to people. That's really it. I like it that people enjoy this. Tell me what you think of the carve. My carve is not identical. Again, so somebody had said, well, how can you get away with building a PRS and not get sued or whatever? By the time I'm done here, this is the carve. When you look at me carving this too, the body, I love how this carve came out, but it's not a PRS carve. I mean, it's close. I've got the wings up here, I got that. But I have a Chinese PRS. I can bring it up and I'll show you. I'm not even close to how the carve is on this. There's certain things, like I said, that I don't really care for on a carve for the PRS, like the lip that's around the edge is a little too harsh for me, the way it kind of goes up a little. I went by how it felt and how it looked to me. And I think anybody building a guitar should be doing that. I mean, if you're building a guitar for yourself, I'm going to go by what I like. So this is much more pointed, this wing, or what am I thinking here? I'm sorry. It's still early for me. It's in the morning. I drink my coffee. The horn. The horn this is a much sharper horn compared to what typical PRS is. Same with here. It's not, the curve is not as sharp. And the way I did it looks obviously a little different. And even if I put my template on this, I've actually cut out a little more than typical PRS is. Not only that, but I've also, around the sides is more smooth and gradual. It just floats over. Reminds me more of a Les Paul, the way it just comes over to the side. Again, no binding. I'm going to use the natural binding of the maple. But the carve is beautiful to me. I'm not trying to say that, about what I just did, but I did the carve based on what I like, okay? Does it look like a PRS? Yeah, it still does. But it doesn't feel like one. It has some characteristics that are very different. So I did it how I would want it. It's as simple as that. And I'd probably do it again, because when I build a guitar, typically I build it the way I want. When I do my necks, typically I do a very thin Ibanez wizard kind of neck. I'm always doing something that's fast that I can play with. because that's how I like them, right? That's how you do it. If you're building your guitar, you do it any way you want. The profile of the neck, do it this way. The whole idea is that I'm following, or we're trying to follow kind of how PRS would be built. And I'm going to do tweaks and do stuff based on what I like. It'd be great if any of you followed along and actually built at the same time, because I don't know, I'd find that interesting. We could communicate, converse, and so on and so forth, and it's just kind of cool because you would do things differently. You would do things the way you like it because you're going to play it. Now, if I was making this for a customer, I would go exactly what they want. Is that what you want? Okay, that's what we're going to do. I mean, it's as simple as that, But at this time, when I'm sitting here making these guitars for me, so I'm going to do it the way I want to do it, okay? So until next time, check back in.